right, fool. Shit. Let it be known then. Circle tight.
Yeah.
But hey, but it's crazy how it went empty too as well. Like a couple years ago. Like it was.
It's just still going empty.
Yeah. That's all the boats and shit and the dead bodies and the fucking.
The barrel was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
I was sick with it. I mean, not that I was sick with it, but
It's like it's like kind of like cool, I guess. Like not in like a, oh, it's cool somebody had to die way, but it's like it kind of like, oh yeah, you forget that Vegas was ran by the mob at one point, and it was really like that.
it was.
I mean, yeah, for real.
Find a body in your backyard and
There's hella dirty shit that's happened that involves casino owners and shit like that over the years, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's people that are blackballed from the casinos, like, to this day from back then. You know what I mean? If they're 80, 90 years old right now,
Yeah.
they're still blackballed. Like, they can't even go in the casino because it's just either they were affiliated, they were this, they were that. You know what I mean? Just whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I wonder what crazy names we could probably find on a blackball list from one of the casinos.
I've always thought like if people have been buried under the casinos and shit in the concrete,
Probably.
The walls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that haunted house? They tore it down and they rebuilt it again on the Colossal Mansion. It's right here by those big residentials that's on across the street from the UMC Hospital.
The mansion?
Yeah, the neighborhood behind Little
And
Darlings.
it used to be a mom's the mom's house where they would actually torture people, and then
It's
they
like-
buried them there.
You get into it from Oki, like when you're driving up Oki, like towards our.
Yeah, they changed it all up.
Yeah, well they demoed it and then they rebuilt a new one, but all like that whole street. And it's crazy because it came out on those shows, those ghost adventure shows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Because there was big one try to find on that. But I actually got to go into that shit back when I was like 18.
Really?
That shit felt kind of weird in there, like, to be honest, I'm not lying, but.
Oh, it's a haunted house.
Yeah,
Mm,
but now it's not there. Like the original one's not there.
Mm.
Like they like I said, they demoed the old one and they rebuilt a whole new property. And they say that they still that you drive by it, that you can still feel something.
That's crazy.
People actually bought it and let it go because supposedly there's still spirits around just on that area.
Well, I'm not fucking with no spirits either, bro.
Hey, what'd you say that show? The homie, I remember the homie was all drunk right here. Shout out to the homie Jules and shit. But that fool he worked at Crown and Anchor over there in Tropicana in Maryland, and it's like a English pub, and it's supposed to be haunted there and stuff. But he came out on that show right there, like they went there and they were talking to the employees and like they spent the night there, like those people and shit like that. But it's called Crown and Anchor.
It's haunted?
Yeah, supposedly it's kind of haunted. Like they would see a bunch of shit there happening too, like weird stuff
Sorry.
upstairs and shit. So
I seen have you seen the Hunt Ridge haunted house?
Huntridge?
Yeah, there's like a haunted house right there on by Hunt Ridge.
That's right here. You're talking about the
Yeah.
back bricks or whatever?
And like one of the streets I passed by and it has like a fucking sign that says like
Yeah.
haunted house or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Museum?
No, not the museum. It's like on Maryland. So like if you go to Maryland, I think by Oki, if one of those streets, if you turn up going towards your house, there I seen that shit and I was like, what the fuck? And I passed by and it had like the big sign. And I was like, I'm surprised nobody ever brought this up.
I think.
Right, like I've lived
Yeah.
here my whole life. Bro.
Yeah, I
I've
think you're
never
tripping.
heard of that
Yeah?
shit.
I think you're tripping, my boy.
Bro, hold on.
Yeah, we're like, nah. On Oki, on Maryland, on Franklin, on St. Louis,
I
on
think it's St.
Maryland,
Louis.
on any of those streets right there, there's nothing that says
Haunted
anything.
house or anything?
No.
Yeah, there's a corner house right there, dog, and I swear it had like a haunted house sign or some shit.
That's how haunted it was.
Yeah, I couldn't find nothing on it either when I googled it.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Why would you?
countries,
How
yeah.
could
See,
you?
like that corner house right there. No.
No. Which one?
Yeah, it's like it's the corner house for sure though. It had like a big ass sign out there. Maybe it didn't say haunted. It said
Maybe it said
Huntridge
Huntridge.
or some shit.
The
yeah.
Huntridge,
That's like-
Huntridge.
Bro,
Yeah.
I swear to
Oh, it
God.
probably said the Huntridge, like Huntridge Park area or Huntridge
Yeah,
Park.
because
something.
I've lived here my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Right.
Ever.
Shout out to Las Vegas, Huntridge Park.
Ever.
Hey,
Did you guys ever go to the asylum that they used to have up all the way up there on Hollywood?
the
Yeah,
asylum.
There was an asylum.
there's there's like a house or something.
Mm.
No.
And there's like another orphanage, I think.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, where all the up on Hollywood if you go all the way up Sahara, all up and down right there, like where them big houses are.
Crazy ass, huh?
Hey, what's that say right there? Is that?
I mean, I only know because I used to go to like the View and shit and all the parks to go smoke and shit and all the
Yeah.
like I've heard
When
that
when those Ghost Adventure shows started coming out, that's when I actually started kind of like finding out.
type shit.
Kind of, to be honest.
I'm not fucking with no spirits though.
That's crazy though.
The Haunted Museum, that shit's crazy to me. Like,
My parents own they live in front of the cemetery on Owens. They own a house in front of the
Ooh.
cemetery, right on Owens, like they live in front of the cemetery and shit. It's just-
yeah, I'm cool off that.
It's just still not, and it's just a conscious thing. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
If you think scary, you'll be scared.
Nah, I ain't
is that how you
scared,
feel
bro.
about it?
Hell yeah, bro.
I ain't scared, bro. I'm just not fucking with no demons, no ghosts, no spirits, no santos, santeria, none of that, bro.
Santeria,
Because
yeah.
I'm not fucking with none of that shit, bro. I'll be cool with them, bro. Because I'm not trying to stay on their good side.
Hey, you ever seen the documentary "Don't Pick Up the Phone"? Any of you guys?
I haven't.
Nah.
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's called "Don't Pick Up the Phone." Though it's on Instagram. It's on Netflix. It's pretty wild, bro. It's a wild story. So apparently there was this guy that would like portray he was a police officer, right? And he'll call there's an incident that he called Hardee's, which is like the Carl's Jr. or whatever, and McDonald's. One of them's McDonald's. He calls McDonald's, right? And he tells the manager, "Hey, your coworker, this young girl, he's like she stole money from one of the customers." He's like, "And we need you guys to either do the search on spot, or we're gonna have to pick her up and bring her to the police station to do the search. It's your guys' choice." And I guess you could sound like I guess that would sound like a real police officer. So the guy ended up fucking believing it, like the manager of the store. He was like, all right, we're gonna search her. They're like, take off her clothes or whatever, check her fucking private parts. They're having her cough. They're all up in her, bro. Like that fool's even like, okay, you need to make her do jumping jacks because the shit could fall off from under her breast or whatever. And this fool's just like a person portraying a police officer on the phone, and is fucking is getting these people to do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? To the point where he's made like girls give oral sex to guys, like to the fucking managers or whatever, or you know what I mean? Just whatever, like random ass shit, dog. And it's all because he did it to like a couple locations, bro. Like probably like more than 20 spots in the USA.
That's sick with it.
Yeah, that's just
I'm
wild.
just joking. No, that's well, okay. I was just joking about being sick with it. All right, first of all, but 98% of the world gets told what to do, and the other 2% do what they want.
Mhm.
So depending on how you say it and this and that,
Right.
could be the difference in everything. Example. Hey, Days, I need you to go to the store, pick up some sodas, dog, and come back, and I'll meet you back right here. Like, because I told you, even if it's, even if it's cool, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It doesn't gotta be like all aggressive, but I'm just like, hey, I need you to go over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a command, so to speak. You're more reluctant to do it versus, hey, Days, you think, can you go to the store for me? And now I've just given you the option for a yes or a no. So this was just like manipulating them in the sense of like telling them, hey, this is officer, you're gonna do this right now.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because that's how people are. They get told what to do, dog.
It's like the boss.
Huh?
It's like like the boss, like the owner of the company, and the supervisor.
It's because people are hella gullible, dog. Some people are just dumb as fuck.
Some people just, some people just fall
Serio?
into it.
Yeah.
Some people just fall for it, bro.
Yeah.
Not on that page, fool. Not on that page.
No, I get that. I get that for sure. I mean, but you got to be you if you don't know any better, you're not going to do any better. So like knowing that if the way people could be, you know what I mean, not being so
Mhm.
naive, then you could avoid that shit.
Mm. And then I was thinking, what if it was like a big ass setup, and what if the person on the phone was involved with the people that he was calling, and they just try to play it off as like we didn't know who he was, but it was kind of like some shit on purpose, because like all the people that they would do it with, it was always like a minor, always a young girl or a young dude, you know, and they'll make them like, you know, they'll call them in like, hey, we heard you were stealing, you know, let me check your pockets, take your pants off, take your shirt off, etc. Until it just went too far, you know.
Yeah. That's that's a dope ass theory actually. Like just they were all in on it. Do any of was it the same store?
No, they were all different. And how would they get information? So they had to have information on the people that they were doing it to, right? So who else besides the people working there? Like they had to know, like, oh, that girl's name was this. Like that guy specifically said names. He said she looks like this. You know, that's the girl. You know what I mean? He's like, there's this guy.
He's driving around then. He's driving around and he's
He's
like
gone.
passing by. He went in, he ordered some food, got something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
He's like, she's a bitch. I'm picking her ass.
or whatever, right? You know what I mean? I mean, you probably know what the people look like at the McDonald's, Taco Bell, Roberto's, or whatever around your house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
7-Eleven, like for sure. Because why? You go there. You go there. You know, not to say you get to know them by name or anything like that, but
But face, yeah, I get what you mean for sure.
so then it's not that hard for him just to like cruise around in his own neighborhood. Likely, it was in his own neighborhood.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
That's some deep shit, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
But I mean,
you asked us days and have you seen it? I haven't seen it, but you just, you know.
But that's how sick people are, though, right? Isn't that what you're getting at?
yeah, and how dumb people are too. How gullible. I mean, if you could just like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
because some people were like, so that's the thing. Some people were like, click this bullshit, you know, and other fools were like,
It's common sense. It's gonna be like, what the fuck?
yeah,
And was this just in the recent?
it was pretty recent, yeah.
When did this happen? Just like yesterday?
Like years ago, but
Okay.
still, like, yeah.
Well, because I'm just trying to see if there was
It's like those murderers, too. Like,
if there were cell phones or not. You know what I mean?
it's like,
Oh, so there's footage of it all because they're inside the fucking McDonald's doing it. You know what I mean? Inside their
Right.
office, and they're like street searching them. So there's footage of all of it, and that was kind of like the case that it was like, if I was a criminal, why would I be recording this shit? I would have tried to block these cameras, so there's no proof of me doing this. You know what I mean? And they didn't do that, so they feel like it was just like off instinct. You know?
it's like, I feel like people that do that, I feel like they're doing it for the actual attention that they might mark something. You know,
The person actually doing it.
Yeah, imagine they're thinking ahead of themselves and they're thinking like, oh, this is gonna be documented one day, and they're gonna bring the story up and they're gonna.
Well, that's why we shouldn't make movies like Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's what we should not.
Yeah, should not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even if that wasn't in his mind, the horrific shit that he was doing
Hmm.
was like glorified.
Yeah.
Like we need. Don't get me wrong. There's World War II stuff. There's like I get it. There's all types of stuff, but just based off of what he said, in today's day and age of things, like I don't think it should be like. It might not. It seems like a documentary, but it's really, to me, was more like sick.
Representation and shit.
Right. It was sick.
Like,
bro.
who's gonna kill them next more?
With you on that one, have not to because it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like it's disgusting.
And you watched all of it.
Huh?
And you loved it.
And you loved it. I'm just
It's
messing.
a repeat, dog.
It's on repeat. I keep it on repeat. All right.
That McDonald's shit you talk about, it reminded me of the McMillian scam with the McDonald Monopoly
Yeah, I
shit
seen
that
that too.
happened. It had to do with
with
the
the little
mob.
tickets?
It had to do with the mob and shit, right?
I don't know about that, but I know it was like some fool in the inside that was working inside, and he was just giving them away to people that he knew, pretty much.
Hey,
Oh,
about-
sick.
Hey, bro, about that shark boat thing that you were talking about. What happened? Like, are they gonna play Ace the Family and
Oh.
with friends or what?
I don't know, but that fool was young, bro. He just graduated high school, dog. Imagine graduating high school, you go celebrate with your homies, you decide to jump out the boat, and that's it, dog. Like,
That's crazy.
imagine if that was parents and like those kids that are like, jump. Now they're just gonna have him back in their head. There's gonna be a follow up of that. Watch, somebody's gonna go as a follow up and shit.
I mean, they have to, don't they? Like, okay, who's responsible?
He's the one that threw himself
I mean, yeah, he's the one with
in there.
dumbass who listened to his dumbass friends, but yeah, his dumbass friends were like, obviously chanting and shit. It's a tough one, bro. To be honest, it's tough because
Next.
Who raised you?
It sound weird as shit to me, that whole thing with the dude on the boat, because like, if you look at the video, where's the shadow at?
oh,
Crazy shit. I was before we started, I was like, what if it was like a siren or something, bro? Some crazy mystical ass shit that took his ass away.
Oh yeah, he said a siren.
Because when you see the video,
I know what you meant when you said
it
it.
was hella dark and shit in the video. Like, I didn't see no shark.
yeah.
But and a siren will make the man like
Want to
see
go
things,
to
right?
him.
Right?
Yeah.
If he disappeared, what if he appears in a couple hundred days like that? Other
Dead. He's gonna be dead. He in ocean.
What if he's alive?
What if they just fucked up and they couldn't get him and they were like, oh shit, it was just a shark, dog. Like, the shark gone. Like,
Y'all cast away and shit.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jeffrey. What the fuck? Who the fuck's Jeffrey?
Damn.
Yeah,
This was
Wilson.
crazy. Wilson. Hey.
But I had just seen a video too, and it's like, bro, it doesn't. It looks nice, clear blue waters, fool. And some fool throws a piece of chicken or something in there, and suddenly there's like hundreds of fucking sharks.
That's
Little
what
ass
those,
sharks, like,
when
bro.
they say shark infested
Piranhas?
waters,
Ye-
that's what that is.
Yeah. And that shit's infested, dog. You can see hella fucking,
The whole rest of the joint.
PSA.
A PSA? What's that?
You see it? Good.
Point something. What is that?
Here's a quick
I know who it
PSA.
is. It's the homie. All right.
You are a toy!